Yo, Rhino, behavior analyst and creator. All things behavior analysis is what you're gonna find on this channel. We nerd out on psychology here, and today a sort of thought experiment for fellow behavior analysts, behavior scientists. For a field that has tools, methods, and procedures for measuring every aspect of the human experience, why are we so poor at applying them to our own field? Skinner wrote a piece called "Why Are We Not Acting to Save the World" in 1982, which he shared a perspective on the cultural level of analysis, commenting on some pressing issues at the time, like concerns of overconsumption, poor education, nuclear warfare, etc., pleading for people to consider the circumstances that limit our species from better designing a world built upon science, improving the quality of lives of almost everybody worldwide. And this discussion's been resurfaced a number of times in various different articles since 1982, presentations and more. I've linked Mark Dixon and colleagues' 2018 article commenting on the utter lack of fluency in behavior analysts in the areas of stimulus relations and derived relational responding, the core of most of the human experience, including all thinking, listening, reasoning, and communicating, and more. And if you dig into this, they've provided a list of 5 books and 1 article they recommend to create a foundational understanding of these skills. Sidman and Tailby, 1982, Conditional Discrimination versus Matching to Sample, an expansion of the testing paradigm. Sidman, 1994, Equivalence, Relations, and Behavior, a research story. Hayes, Barnes, Holmes, and Roach, 2001, Relational Frame Theory, a post-Skinnerian account of human language and cognition. Tornicky, 2010, Learning RFT, an introduction to relational frame theory and its clinical application. Hayes, Strassel, and Wilson, 1999, Acceptance and Commitment Therapy, an experimental approach to behavior change. And Walzer, Luoma, and Hayes, 2007, Learning, Act, and Acceptance and Commitment Therapy, Skills Training Manual for Therapists. Each of these at the time of my graduation from my master's degree in 2013 were not included as required readings. Thankfully, a group of students in our lab had some good mentors, created conditions to make us want to learn these and get good at using these skill sets in practice. That is with the exception of Learning Act. I did not consume that one during graduate school and have yet to. And my point is that it was due to situations outside and beyond our training programs. Universities largely were not training this in master's programs. Some were dabbling in it in their PhDs, and few were creating really knowledgeable and fluent analysts in these areas. Folks like Mark Dixon is an example of that. So what is the point of this? We have the ability to measure what creates an effective curriculum. It's called nonlinear instructional design, a process developed by behavior analysts that create curriculum that is proven empirically to work, to create outcomes. Yet we have no one in our system, the Behavior Analyst Certification Board or the Association for Behavior Analysis International's verified course sequence system, that is using this technology. And I challenge you, look for it. You're not gonna find it. It's not in the ways that it's described, been demonstrated, and has been used empirically in our field in other areas. No systems seem to really be working to properly use our understanding of behavior and stimulus control to create conditions and measure the effectiveness of our own training. If you're thinking, oh, but interteaching or active student responding, this goes far beyond some ASRs, and it's disheartening and embarrassing, in my humble opinion, to see this and be a part of this. So how do we fix it? Well, that's the question I'll leave for you. My understanding is that each individual person that subscribes to our worldview has a stake in correcting it, and some far more than others. That is, those in leadership positions making decisions that actively deploy systems that we know are not effective have more weight in the equation, more responsibility to be acting to save the world with behavior analysis, or at least deploy behavior analysis for the training of behavior analysts. But I've voiced this for many years to no avail. Check Skinner's article, the Dixon article, you can find those, chase citations if you'd like. And if you're contributing in some sort of way, I just want to praise you. I teach an introductory course for a master's degree program, and those 10 short weeks I have with students do my absolute best. And I think it takes all of us finding a way like that to be contributing. If you have ways that you're contributing, love to hear them down below, send you some praise. And lastly, this video is brought to you by patrons, people like you that support my efforts financially. For 3 years now, I've actually spent time and lost money. I actually lose money creating these videos because, well, I think they're important, the field's important, and they're important people doing important things that need to be heard, well, by people like you. So if that's something you're into and for, consider supporting me on Patreon. It's the top link down below, and I hope you learned something. That's your daily BA.